Karbi Anglong lynching protests in Guwahati turn violent. Assam police on Sunday said that anyone planning to hold a protest demonstration in Guwahati from Monday will have to take prior permission from the police. What started out as a peaceful public protest condemning the mob lynching of two Guwahati youths, Nilotpal and Abhijeet Nath and Karbi Anglong, turned violent in the city's Commerce College Point on Sunday evening. The protests, which started around 4 p.m., had an overarching presence of college students who were shouting slogans, such as "We want justice," "Karbi Anglong shame on you," and holding up placards. However, around 6 p.m., the protest took a violent turn. Hiren Chandra Nath, Commissioner of Police, Guwahati. "Everything was going fine," said Samantaskia, 30, who had formed a WhatsApp group Abhijeet after the incident on Saturday. "We had nearly 1,000 participants in our group and everyone wanted to do something. So I went live on my Facebook yesterday, and requested people to gather at 4 p.m. at Commerce Point. Some newer groups of people came and started throwing stones towards the end, and that is when it turned violent. I have no idea who they are," he said. Following that, the police had to resort to a mild lathi charge. Most of the people who had gathered were doing the demonstrations peacefully, but there were some miscreants, Nath added. Nath further highlighted that demonstrations and candlelight marches were held at several locations across the city, but there were no incidences of violence anywhere else. From tomorrow, no demonstration or procession will be allowed without prior permission from my office, Nath added. Meanwhile, condolences and cries for justice have been flooding social media since the news broke on Saturday morning. A Facebook group, Justice for Nilotpal and Abhijeet, currently has 64.1k members with regular updates, condolence messages and pleas for justice. On Sunday evening, many protesters, who were dressed in black, refused to speak. Some said the whole incident gave Assam a bad name. "People anyway think of us as Northeasterners as junglis. And now because of some people, we have been given a bad name," said a young woman at the protest. "We have done a signature campaign and collected over 500 signatures. We will submit this to the DC. We want the murderers to be punished at the earliest," said Angin Kashayap, 21, who was collecting signatures at the protest. A group of girls, friends of Das, present at the protest were in tears. He came to his hometown after traveling the world. But it was here that he had to prove his own identity. In his own land. And he was killed, said one of them, adding that the two boys were killed because of reasons as petty as their appearance, their dreadlocks, their tattoos. Fake posts about Hope Adara or child abductors have reportedly been going viral around the Dokmoka area in Karbi Anglong and believed to be the reason the Nath and Das were lynched. That's just a pretext. Some are calling them eve-teasers. Some are calling them kidnappers. But there is much more to it, she added. When they opened their bags, they found chocolates, pens and notebooks. That's how artistic they were. They would sit amidst nature and draw. Those are the kind of people who have been killed, said As's very close friend. On Sunday, in the aftermath of the lynching, Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonal held a high-level meeting at his official residence in Guwahati and took stock of the prevailing situation in the state. Chief Minister Sonal asked DGP Kulanjarski to ensure that the police force maintains constant vigilance on all activities and put a spanner on any killers likely to vitiate public order and peace in the state. Referring to the killing of two young artists, he maintained that the culprits should be brought to book and no leniency should be exhibited in dealing with the incident, an official press release said.